Hey guys, BT Delta, Hey guys, BT Delta Fan 101, and this is a little video on the Ego 11 and some of the things I've come to learn about the marker. It's kind of a little mini review on it. It's not like an official review. It's just from what I've noticed from using two Ego 11s now. Like I haven't put like 10 cases through it or anything. I've put about 2 cases through the Ego 11s that I've owned. This one I've never even shot, but I'm just kind of giving you a general idea of how the Ego is. Also a little bit about what other people have thought about it, and I'm kind of mixing this all into my one little mini review of it. So I'm not going to show you any of the case or what it comes with, because everyone knows. If you're going to get an Ego 11, I'm sure you've researched it already, so you know what it's going to come with. But yeah, you got the Ego 11 marker, obviously. It's a great shooting marker, actually. I've owned the Ego 10, and I've shot it, and although it was nice, as soon as I got the Ego 11, I realized, wow, the Ego 11 is definitely something different. I've never shot an Ego 9, I've held one, and I've also shot an Ego 8. This definitely just can't compare to those. It's just so much better. It's unbelievable, actually. I think it's mainly because of the Ego 11 solenoid settings, the specialized solenoid they have in here. If you take off the grips, I don't have it with me, they have 2 little dip switches that you can adjust to control the flow of the solenoid's air, and it allows for a smoother, slower shot, or faster, harder push shot, I guess. I like having the settings on 2 and 7. 2 and 7 is the optimal setting for when it's wanting to shoot 12.5 PSP or something like that. If you wanted to shoot any faster, maybe uncapped semi, you'd want to have that up a little bit higher, but generally 2 and 7 is pretty good, and I've actually heard of some people doing 1 and 7, which is really, really smooth. When you shoot it on 1 and 7, you'll realize that, wow, this is crazy. So yeah, a few good things about the gun. Comes with the Cure 3 Plus. Pop it out. Doesn't really need oil. Some people do put oil on it. If you want, you can put just a really, really light coating on, rub it around, and just make sure that it's slightly greased, but I generally don't put anything on it. You have your SL3 inline rag. Many Egos have it, like the Geo 2.1 and Geo 2 and all those sort of things. Best rag on the market, in my opinion. Works great. Other than the Bob Long rags, I found they're very, very consistent. So yeah, it's got the ZIC 2 rammer kit. They haven't done much of that in the recent times, but it's still really nice. Same LPR, slightly different maybe with the milling or something, but essentially works the same as all the other LPRs out there. Just get it set right when you're after you've tuned the marker. Like leave it stock until you've shot a few cases through it, and then after you've shot maybe 8 cases, start tuning that or changing that, adjusting that if you want, and you can sometimes lower dwell. Dwell comes stock at 12.5 PSP or 12.5 milliseconds, and you can always adjust that lower, but I tend to keep it kind of around the same, if not a little higher than normal, because I like to have smooth, consistent chrono readings. So a little bit about the gun. It's pretty consistent over the chronograph. If I'm using like not even that good a paint, like Formula 13, I'll generally get chrono readings between 280 and 295 or something, which isn't bad because it's crap paint, and it's usually more closer together readings, like 285, 289, 291, 281 or something, like really close chrono readings, so it's pretty good. It's also very durable gun. Just the only thing that I've seen happen with the Egos is the frame can actually get bent and break. It's actually kind of a safety feature they built into the Ego. It kind of prevents it from, doing more damage to yourself. Say you do a hard dive into the snake, your arrow sticks in, and the frame will bend before anything else happens, so it'll protect you from injury other than you getting jabbed, because it just goes straight down. The frame will bend and break before you get hurt, which is a good thing that Planet Eclipse did. It's obviously kind of a bad thing because it just breaks the frame, and then you gotta buy a new one, but it still saves you from a lot of trouble and a lot of pain in the future. They still got their awesome feed neck. You see the clamping feed neck right here. Probably one of the better feed necks on the market. I like it because it's got the thumb screw, so you don't have to have any sort of Allen keys to do it. And I don't like the ones that don't have this at all, where you have to just spin it around like the die one. I don't like that because sometimes you can't get it to the optimal tightness, which bothers me. Only thing about this one is I don't find it holds on to loaders as well as it should. Even the Invert Mini, feed neck holds on to loaders better than this. So, for a $1,250 market, you think would have like a tighter fitting feed neck, but it fits most feed necks on the market, which is good. Not like my Demon where it hardly could fit the Z2. This fits it perfectly. Other than that, milling is really nice. Got 3D milling everywhere, all along. Looks really good. They did a good job with that. They've always been known for how their markers look and feel, which brings me to the reg spacing. You can tell that there's a lot of reg spacing there. It's extremely comfortable, extremely nice. I love the reg spacing, and I like to hold the marker kind of like this, sort of like how I'd hold a Geo 2.1 or something. Many spool valve markers are held like that. It just keeps it more solid, and you get a nice feel to the marker. That being said, also there's hardly any barrel rise or barrel kick. Shoots pretty smooth for the poppet. Like I said, the 2 and 7 setting on the solenoid settings, it makes it so super smooth, a lot smoother than the previous generations, and I really like it. It's got a great trigger. You have opto or micro switch you can choose. I tend to stay with opto just because I like the feel of it, but if someone likes micro switch, then you can just adjust that in the board settings, and you're set to go. It's fairly efficient. You get I don't know, 8 or 9 pods off of 6845, I think. It's pretty good. I mean, I don't complain. It's better than the Geo 2.1 where you get maybe 6 pods. It's pretty crappy. So yeah, efficiency is definitely a lot better than the Geo 2.1. So it's nothing to really complain about. It's definitely not as efficient as a marker like a G6R or maybe even a Victory, but it's still pretty good in that aspect, I find. Another thing I really enjoy about the gun is the barrel. Planet Eclipse, I find, has always been making really good barrels, and this is no exception. This is the Shaft 4 barrel included along with the Geo 2.1, and I think the Geo 2, if not, correct me, but it definitely, it's one of the newer barrels, and it's great, works fantastic. I love it. I mean, it's got a good control bore. If you unscrew the tip, you can see that the control bore actually has the male threading or the female threading here. No, sorry, it has the male threading, and it screws into the tip, so it gives you that much more of a control bore, like about another inch or so, another inch and a bit of control bore, which is great. And if you don't like the selection that you get, like you get a 689 back out of the box, then you can always buy their boost kit, which comes with a 685 and a 691, I think. So yeah, it's pretty good barrel for sure. Very durable, very nice. With the color edition I have, it's pretty hard to get barrel tip wear also, which is nice. I find white doesn't show wear as much. So yeah, good barrels for sure. Other than that, the board, it's excellent. I'll show you actually real quick. To turn it on, there's the middle button in the back. You know, turns on like any other Ego. Has a really nice screen, a lot bigger than the previous generations, other than the Geo 2. Since the Geo 2, they started making a lot bigger screens, which is nice. Tells you your shot count, what mode you're in, all that sort of stuff. Actually, it doesn't tell you the mode, but you should know. It's easy to program, and yeah, the board definitely has a lot of functions you can do on it. A lot of things you can program, like tournament lock, balls per second, rate of fire dwell, trigger adjustments. You can also program the color of your screen. I have mine set to blue. It's pretty nice, really cool features actually. And you have a trigger trainer setting. So yeah, lots to do with the board. There's a lot on it. It's probably one of the best boards on the market right now. Well, best stock boards. But you do get a lot for the amount you pay for the Ego 11. Mainly cosmetic stuff, like you get the barrel saw, all the fancy packaging, the fancy O-rings and stuff that comes with. Compared to Bob Long, where you get basically all good quality marker, you don't get very much when it comes to accessories and stuff, like really high-end manuals. You just get the raw, solid marker, like the G6R and stuff like that. But yeah, the Ego 11 still is a great marker. I like it. Compared to the G6R, it's definitely still pretty darn good. But just saying that, you know, like they do add a lot of stuff that kind of jacks the price up a bit, and it's nice that it does come with a hard case. So all in all, it definitely is a good marker. Really do like it. Planet Eclipse has always been, they've always had a soft spot in my heart for markers. I love the Geo 2. Geo 2.1 is also awesome. And the Ego 11 is just a great all-around marker. I definitely recommend it if you're looking for a high-end pop-up marker. Or if you don't want this and you want something slightly cheaper, go for the G6R or even the 2012 G6R because it retails for $999.95. So yeah, definitely check this marker out if you want it. You can also find it cheap on the buy, sell, trade areas of forums and stuff. They generally go for around $8.50 now, so they're pretty cheap. It's a lot better than getting it for $12.50 off of a site. But if you're someone who does like buying brand new, then obviously buy brand new. If you are going to buy from a certain site, definitely get it from ANSgear.com or Zephyr Paintball. They have probably the best prices in the industry so far. I love ANS Gear, they're awesome, same with Zephyr, so definitely check them out if you can, and if you're looking for this marker or any other marker or gear in the future. So thanks for watching, guys. More videos to come, obviously. Never stop. I love paintball and I love doing this for you guys, so I hope you appreciate it. Two new markers on the way, like I've mentioned in a few of our videos. Alex just got a new one, I just got a new one. Mine should be here in under a week now, and I can't wait. It's a sexy marker. Gonna do a pretty sweet unboxing video on it. I don't have any air right now, so I apologize. Didn't get a chance to make a shooting video for the Ego 11, but you've already seen my Ego 11 shoot in some of my previous videos, so it's essentially the same. And there's tons of other shooting videos online of the Ego, but all in all, it's definitely a good gun, so don't worry about it. Yeah, anyways, that's it. This is BT Delta Fan 101. Sam is my name. Alex is the secondary uploader. And whenever you, or actually, one thing I want to clarify is when you see me coming in, like getting tons of markers in, I do not keep each marker. I sell them and then I buy a new marker. I'm not like a gun whore where I have 30 different markers, because you guys always say, how can you afford all these markers? I'm not keeping them. Like, I sell them or trade them, add a little bit of money or get money out of it, and then I get the marker. So yeah, I'm not just keeping 30 markers, like I said. I could not afford that. I have a part-time job at a grocery store. I'm only 18 years old, I'm not very old. So yeah, that's how I kind of do this. Anyways, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching.
So I collapse, I'm spilling these raps, long as you feel them to the day that I